All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as you can see here on the screen, 9-7 thanks to their 48-14 domination victory at home against the Carolina Panthers. We're going to go through a couple of clips and just talk about this football game in general. I'm sure if you didn't watch this game or if you're seeing it on Twitter, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are taking the NFL by storm because there was a duck on the field late in the third quarter during a punt return. And it's funny because I'll just play this clip right now. There's the duck. And the next thing you know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers score a touchdown. So pretty much what happened, I'm not the NFL. I don't have the clip available and accessible to me just like that right now. But Shoyinka had a beautifully, perfectly executed blocked punt. And as you can see, Russell picks it up and takes it all the way for a touchdown. But it's just funny because they're literally, you can't hear it, but they're saying on the announcements like, oh, there's a duck on the field. There's a duck. And then the NFL Twitter account just kind of ran with it. And they're like, oh, he's waiting to see Bucky Irvin, his former teammate, on the field later because he went to Oregon, and it's a duck, and it's the Oregon Ducks. But anyways, folks, welcome back to the channel. Once again, just to get this is a perfectly crafted clip of how this football game went. We're going to get this next one ready here. This is a beautiful game by Baker Mayfield, but I want to run through some statistics. But before we do, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL Buccaneers content. I would say it's a beautiful day live here in Dunedin, Florida, but it is not. Thankfully, it held strong for this game at Raymond James Stadium. But folks, try and get this video to 200 likes. That would mean the absolute world to me. I hope you guys like this new hybrid type of clips or video recaps, game recap, rapid reaction, whatever you want to call it. If you do, let me know down below. But I want to get through some statistics because there were way too many, folks, this is Mike Evans. Watch this play. I'm too big. He's too big. Mike Evans is too good. And Baker Mayfield also is too good. I saw my point. I got to take this in also. My point of this ramble is I made a Buccaneers preview video on this channel a couple of days ago, and there were way too many people saying Tampa's about to get clapped. There were way too many people. I have held this stance for the last week since the Sunday Night Football loss to Dallas last week. If Tampa goes 10-7, there is no way, shape, or form this team doesn't make the playoffs. I don't care how good the NFC is. I don't care that Atlanta just won a football game with a backup quarterback they're playing later tonight, by the way. All Tampa needs is to win against New Orleans next weekend and have Atlanta lose one of their next two games. I'm putting my faith and trust on this Tampa Bay team. They had the football for 41 minutes. They were 10 of 14 on third down efficiency. They had 551 yards of offense. Baker Mayfield, 27-32, 359 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Mike Evans, who's en route for another 1,000-yard season, he had 8 catches for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. But this is a perfect example right here. This is one-on-one. And if this was Madden, this is the last play you draw. This play never works in Madden. And a lot of quarterbacks don't even really like this play in general because it's a 50-50 ball. And if you underthrow this, there is a strong chance it gets picked off. But Mike Evans, you're just too small. You're not good enough. The announcers were even saying on the broadcast, this isn't even a crazy play. This isn't a crazy route. You're just running a back shoulder fade here. And he just does it to perfection. And so I just want to throw that Mike Evans touchdown because we only have one of them on the slate for today. This one, feel the pain. Payne Durham caught a touchdown catch today, which is just super cool because Cade Otton missed another football game. And Cade's really breaking out as one of the most intriguing or more intriguing young tight ends in the National Football League. If you're not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, you probably don't even know who Cade Otton is. Maybe you've picked him up a couple of times in fantasy football. We know who Cade Otton is, but Payne Durham, the second-year tight end out of Purdue, catching this football. Let's let this play go out. First off, Baker Mayfield had time to throw this football all day. He ended up getting sacked twice. Durham, funny story, Durham throws this ball up into the crowd. Baker Mayfield goes to one of his coaches and is like, we have to get that football back. So they got the football back, and then they brought the family. It was like a dad and a son who caught it, and they brought him down, and they were throwing balls in that tunnel that you can see right there. But apparently they want to renegotiate or continue to negotiate, giving over the football after this. But Payne Durham catching a touchdown. I believe this is definitely his first touchdown of the season. He's wide open. One thing as well, there's so much time. Now, when we get all 22, we'll break this down in a bit more explained fashion, because this is just all we have is the NFL broadcast to work with today. The game literally just ended a couple of minutes ago. He's just wide open. And Baker Mayfield has all the time in the world to throw this football. But I wanted to shout out Payne Durham for catching a touchdown in today's game. Now, next up, I want to get through Jaylen McMillan, because for some weird reason, and I'm not like the craziest college football watcher, we'll just let this play run out before we talk about it, because we got a couple from J-Mac. This was the last one, so it's 41-14. He just walks in for a touchdown. Jaylen McMillan, since Chris Godwin got injured, more so in the last month or so, has been an absolute stud. I can even just pull up his statistics. Last week against Dallas, 5 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. The week before against the Chargers, 5 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown. The week before that against Vegas, 4 catches, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then today he had 5 catches for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Jaylen McMillan in the last month has caught at least 1 touchdown catch in every single football game. And it's just crazy because, Tampa, no one really talks about Tampa. Here and there during that little winning streak before the Dallas loss, people were kind of forced to talk about Tampa because it's very reminiscent of last year. I tweeted, if you guys want to follow my Twitter, the link's in the description. I tweeted don't let Tampa into the playoffs. I think people assume, first off, Mike Evans has missed a couple of games this year. I think people assume Tampa is just like this mediocre roster with a bad defense and like a ill-advised, mistake-prone quarterback in Baker Mayfield, and it's just not true at all. We'll get to the run game. I'll just even say it. Bucky Irving had another phenomenal game, 20 carries, 113 yards. They ran the ball today against Carolina 40 times for 202 yards, averaging 5.1 yards per carry. And I don't even want to hear anything about it. It's just the Panthers. You go back to our comments from the video that I posted last on this channel. The amount of people who were just saying this season is over, this season is a wash, Carolina is about to whoop us. I don't know, man. So talk your shit if you predicted the Tampa win here easily, 48-14, not even close. But just Jaylen McMillan turning into a stud. My point about college football was just, Michael Penix, Washington, right? Great team, lost in the national championship to Michigan. The only receiver that was talked about, or the only Washington offensive guys who were talked about in the draft process, was Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback, who's now unfortunately an Atlanta Falcon. And then you had Rome Odunze, who got drafted 9th overall to the Chicago Bears. Nobody really batted an eye to Jaylen McMillan, who was arguably the better wide receiver at Washington. And then this is just the earlier touchdown right before the right before the first half ended. Jaylen McMillan scoring another touchdown, and it's just beautiful. Baker Mayfield once again has so much time to throw. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about with the defense, so we can try and get this video to 100 likes. I will post that defensive video immediately ASAP. But guys, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Buccaneers content. Guys, give me your thoughts on this game down below, and keep it a buck with me, yes or no. Are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers making the playoffs? Have a great rest of your weekend. See you tomorrow. Peace.